getting the rest of the air out of the system, but she fucking drives, boys. Or well, she runs. And we'll have to go drive it later. That might be a today adventure, or that might be a tomorrow adventure, or a next week adventure. But listen to that sweet, sweet rotary sound, boys. Look. What's up, guys? So today is a very special day and a very sad day. So it's sad because it's basically been a year since I have raced the RX7. And it's also sad because I was in New Orleans earlier this week, and New Orleans is where this thing last raced last year in 2020 at Grid Life Bayou Bash. So, big moment of silence for that, kind of. Kind of a bummer, but on to the good news, on to the exciting bits, on to the happy bits. It is time to start the FC for the second time of this year, but also for the first time with the ITB setup that John and I built in our tiny closet, and we get to hear this thing run for the first time. So we got a few things to do before we can start that. We need to get some radiator hoses on the car. We need to check the timing. We need to put in Chad's new tune. We need to lock the timing in the ECU. And we need to get coolant in it. So four things you gotta do. Really not that much, but we're getting there. So I'm really excited, slightly nervous because this has been a lot of problems this year. 2021 has been a giant headache for this car and for me involving it. So a little nervous about this whole situation, but you know, fingers crossed, and this shit's gonna work out like it always does for us, because somehow I just ended up being very lucky when it's important. Oh yeah, we also need to move the M3 so we don't blast oil and Vaseline all over the M3. Ty would not appreciate that, so we'll get that out of the way too. But let's get working on these rad hoses, and we'll put some coolant in the car and we'll kind of see where we're at. So our radiator hoses are all cleaned up and on. This one, we're probably gonna have to get a longer situation and somehow kind of loop it out and then come up, because this is gonna sit and rub on the vent and we don't need that happening. So I've got that boy that I think it'll work, but just to get this thing fired up and tested, we'll use the shorter one, go from there. Kind of go over our fuel system here since we're at our pretty ITBs. We used a lot of radium stuff, so I ended up switching to a new radium fuel pressure rag, their new gauge and fitting to mount it so we can check fuel pressure. I have my old one. If anybody wants this old AEM rag, works perfectly fine and good and stuff. Sell to you for cheap. I don't know, 100 bucks. Toss that to me. I think they cost 150 new, so toss me 100 bucks and we'll call it a day. I'll ship it out to you. That's cool. So we have our fuel systems done. Actually, while we're here, let's click the fuel pump on and we'll see if we have any leaks, which we shouldn't, because I checked for leaks before this video, but you know, we're gonna try again just to make sure that I'm right. So let's get our fuel pump switch. That one. Fuel pump's nice and loud. Let's see what our gauge says. We're holding pressure, that's good. No leaks or anything, so, all right. We don't have fuel, or we have no fuel leaks. Let's kick this pump off now. So, cool, no fuel leaks, that's good. Now, we need to throw some coolant in here. Slight situation last week when I was working on the car. We were trying to move it over, and I kind of dented the crap out of the radiator, unfortunately. So the radiator may work, may be broken, may not work, we don't know. So we're gonna throw some water in it. We're gonna see if let's just see if it holds water. Show you all what I did. It's basically, I was jacking up on it. Hope you can't see anything down here. So, I was jacking up on the car. Oh, there it is. And then I was using the subframe. The jack fell off the car and then landed on our radiator. So, I think buying a new radiator is in my future, but for now, hopefully this thing holds and it'll work. But yeah, anybody have a spare nice radiator for an RX7? I'd really like to know and buy one, but just let me know. All right, I had to clean the camera. Might be gross. Now I think it's better. So let's go ahead and start throwing water. We'll throw it in the radiator first before the motor, and then it'll tell us if the radiator leaks or not. Because if the radiator leaks, it's gonna be more of a bummer than I originally expected. So we'll get this, get our cap off. Go ahead and start filling this up. I bought all these fancy funnels because I used one for the first time not too long ago. Hopefully this works for the, hopefully this kit has the right fittings for my car, because that would be pretty sick, but we'll see. Having some technical difficulties with this fucking nozzle kit. Hands grinding it down, but it'll fit. So we had to take our strut bar off to use the air separator from Jorge over at JDL, and should be pretty good. This engine bay is a lot less cramped without that strut bar in here. Kind of nice. And we redid the radiator hose. So we put the long boy on, clears with the vent. We might have to cut it down a little bit, but at least it'll fit for now. So there's like,
I don't know how they work.
Okay, because I don't.
All it's doing is, right, is here's your center pivot, and it basically is a capture. The set screw goes and pushes down the plate, so it just lifts the blades up in relation to each other. So, feeler gauges, you stick it down there, see what they're all measuring at with your gap.
Oh, well. I guess that's all the water. Put some water in this bitch. A couple gallons. Handsome, you want to explain what you're doing?
Try to settle the blades to the same starting position.
When Handsome gets back, we'll show y'all what we're doing.
And then you can show them the camera.
Okay.
Look. What is this? The secondary. Let me see the camera. That one. You need a light. You got a light?
Yeah.
Your phone or something?
Oh, your phone.
Trying to see it, but be easier with the light because the camera's not picking up well. This one, there's a tiny gap right here. That one's basically shut. That one's got a little bit smaller of a gap, but that one's the biggest. And then that one's shut too. So you got to get them all to the same starting opening position.
How do we do that?
The little adjusting screws, the little set screws in the back. Should be these guys. See? As I push down, look at it. So it's open. You can see it, ready? Like that, see? Starting to open up.
Yeah.
Bada bam. I'm just going, you know, a little feeler gauge. I don't know what they're supposed to be at, so figured
The fiberglass.
set them.
This camera does not want to focus.
We'll probably set them like, so that one's roughly 10 thousandths. Maybe set them all at like 5. Start the car. That's probably why we would crank all of them in to get them all open a little bit. Throttle adjust.
Yes, yes.
So set them all about 5 thousandths gap.
Do you
Start
have
it. Get rid of the fuel switch and make sure it doesn't run to the moon, and then we'll back off that.
Okay. Do you have the beam keys in your pocket? I'll move the beam while you're doing that. Thank you. Roll that while you're adjusting.
So I think what it might be is, so since basically this one, this arm, this guy is your base off of your throttle set screw.
Okay.
So I need to match the rest to this. Then when you use the, that basically as this one is adjusted, it pulls the other ones as well.
Okay.
So knowing that, start with the first one. Back off our base throttle, or base idle set screw,
Okay.
whatever you want to call it, idle set screw. DSM knows the base idle set screw. Because we had to crank it all the way in to get the car to really kind of idle where it needs to be. It sounded like ass. So I don't want to have these all adjusted open to that. If that was the highest flowing, and things idle at like 4 or 5 grand.
All right.
Probably would be.
Makes sense. I'm gonna go get the tuning laptop because we're gonna need that. Adjusted right.
As you want to see, I want to put that. Oh, I got it. But watt. They're all.
Man, that's cool.
Back off this other.
Got to charge the battery, then we can start this whore. What's our time frame?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. What the fuck is that?
Fucking hose. Just scraping right in the back.
Jesus. All right, now we can turn it on, I guess.
Good shot.
I gotta connect to the ECU. All right, connect, you whore. Probably helped I fucking plugged it in to connect it. Let's try that again. connecting. All right, map's loading. So it's saying progress. All right, give her a shot. Bring it up a little bit. That's at 15. That sounds good.
It sounds a lot better.
Yeah. Sweet. Fucking works.
Smoky Daddy.
So we're filming a video for you boys today. She runs. She smokes. Kind of sick. Do for you boys today. When did the bubble stop? Or do it be a while?
You gotta get the thing fully up to temp.
Ah. I think it's only at 15C right now, whatever that is in American.
You think it's like whatever your thermostat is, like 95 or whatever.
Cool. Fucking works. And record. There we go. First startup. It's moderately successful. It idles. We didn't blast coolant out of this thing. We got coolant in there, so it's pretty cool. What are your thoughts, Handsome?
Runs.
And it runs. So we're gonna start it up again and cycle some more.
You want a vacuum on your pressure rag? You're not doing vacuum control right now.
I completely forgot. Well, since
You don't
the
have a vacuum block. Let me plug it. I mean, well, it's not a vacuum, it's just the intake. So
yeah, we'll have to get that hooked up at some point. I need to get fittings for the block so we can run. Well, I guess I could run. Well, we have a lot of those extra fittings for that orange line, and I think they're the same size as this. So we could run it. Actually, we could just do that. There's a, yeah, let's do that before we start it, but we turn it back on. So we're gonna get, I think, a 90, and then we can run it here, like to there. And then we can get, well, I guess we'll have to bring that line in.
Which one?
Bring that one that's going to the ECU. We'll have to cut it.
Are these ports on the side?
Yeah.
Do a 90 here down, then you can just go straight up into it. And then right here you can get a straight fitting.
We got ones on the bottom. So we just do 90 on the bottom.
Well, where are they going? One of them has to go to the ECU, right?
One's got to go here. So
And then one
One's got to, so we have to come in from the throttles,
Yeah.
come out to the reg, and come out to the ECU.
So that'd be easy to do a straight fitting here. So do a, you're probably gonna want to do a straight fitting because a 90 do it, then it's gonna like loop around down here. It's gonna kind of
So we got, yeah, there's all the fittings. And here's a straight fitting.
yeah. So you can set Allen wrenches and a couple more wrenches.
Here's Allen wrenches. And then,
6 mil.
I don't remember what size.
Here.
Yeah, give me that fitting.
Oh, this one, I think.
It might be like a 12. Yeah, I think they're not 10.
American?
Oh, Vibrant did make it. It could be American. Here, let me get the other one. American boys. Fucking Vibrant. Yeah, they're 12s. So we got 12 right here. We're gonna make this vacuum line adjustment before we start it back up again. All right, here's start number 2. Ty has to play with that little flapper boy. Yeah, this fucking thing runs, boys. She runs. Stuck? Huh? Get stuck on that?
Yeah.
That cool? Should I turn the fan on?
Yeah,
Set. We're gonna get the rest of the air out of the system, but she fucking drives, boys. Or well, she runs. And we'll have to go drive it later. That might be a today adventure, or that might be a tomorrow adventure, or a next week adventure. But listen to that sweet, sweet rotary sound, boys. I need that cable that I threw away to hook up the EGTs, so I ordered new cables last night from Altec.
We'll leave them here now, but I might need to adjust the specific one of the rotors to see if
Okay. Makes sense.
What?
I need my phone.
Want throttle?
Yeah, just give her a little rev.
Good.
Yep. That's good. Nice. Well, that was successful.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. I'm shocked it fucking works.
We'll see.
We'll see. Fan's going, coolant's at 185 or 85C, so we're good. Pretty rad. I wonder if the oil if it's hot enough that oil pressure dropped yet. Oil pressure's at 100, so that's respectable. It was at 150 when we started. Hell yeah, boys. Alright, y'all, so it's cold raining today. Working on editing this video, and you know, feels pretty good to have the FC running. Feels good to hear it start with the ITBs and just hear the whole car be a car again. So that's pretty rad. Let me know what you guys think, because yeah, we have no idea what we're doing, and we managed to build a quad ITB setup for a race car that works, and it's pretty dope. Our next project is you have to filter this somehow. I bought a pretty rad Piper Cross filter that doesn't fit. What do we do when things don't fit? We make custom things to fit because they're just better. So that's the plan. I got some MDF that we're gonna kind of mock up a big box for. We have a few ideas of maybe doing like a cowl induction intake system, or pulling air from the front FC2000 headlight, pull the high beam out, cut a hole, just duct fresh air up into some sort of box situation. I think that's what we're gonna try. I've also considered the whole Mad Mike out the hood type thing as well, so we might try that too. I don't really know what's gonna work, but we're gonna explore some options. We have a lot of options. So we have 3 ideas. We need to build prototypes for 3 ideas, and then we need to see what we like best. Should be a good time, and hopefully you guys enjoy it too, because we're doing this for y'all. So yeah, thanks for watching. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the quad ITB setup. Let me know what you guys think of what we did, how we built it, if we're idiots or not. You know, I always appreciate everybody's comments and thoughts. So drop a comment, let me know, and yeah, hopefully this thing will be driving and running here soon. So another thing we have to fix before this thing can drive, I posted on my Instagram story a while ago. Don't know if you guys have seen, if you've seen it or not, but my wheel bearing shouldn't be moving that much. So we have box bearings from Rock Auto over here, and we got to get those going. We'll do the rear bearings. I think this one's fine. Yep, that one is freaking perfect. So this one is clapped, probably from the hill climb accident, because this was on the passenger side. But yeah, we'll definitely just have to fix that. So, kind of a bummer, but it is what it is.